Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
Yes. Awake, Godsmack, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, Philly, Joe and Kirby. Good morning.
You know what I haven't done yet this morning?
Stretched.
That's true.
It's important.
I have not looked yet to see, but now I have. I've opened up the email. It's the one thing I forgot to do. You know, when you start your day, you've got your routine of doing a few things. One of the things I do right now is check on the AC/DC song of the day, because it could happen at any time.
Don't give away the time, though. You already got your knuckles wrapped.
No, I have to.
Joe's a man of the people. He doesn't care about the repercussions.
I got it yesterday again. Doesn't matter.
We were here for it.
And he's all over you like stink on a monkey lately.
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you why I'm going to mention it, because it's happening this hour.
Okay, well, that's
this
different.
Hour.
I'll back you on this one.
Back in Black, title track of the greatest AC/DC album, I still believe, to this day.
Yeah,
It's
you'd
the
get a
song.
lot of backers on that one, Joe.
Yeah.
Did we
6 a.m.
did we have a clear winner with Throwdown Thursday yesterday between Bon Scott and
Brian Johnson?
Brian Johnson?
I think so. Bon Scott was just crushing it.
Yeah.
So I didn't do like an exact count up all the tallies, but just from the first couple of hours, it would have had to have been a massive Brian Johnson comeback. Bon was so far ahead early.
And that's one of those James Dean type of stories, eh? The legend just grows even bigger when these rock stars or actors die so young.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I got to say, it makes me laugh, Kirby. You're not the only one who does this. When, you know, inadvertently or not, you're trying to get help with a decision. It's almost like, and my wife will tell me, you're trying to get me to make the decision for you. You want to know whether you should jump on the highway tomorrow. And highway travel, when you're going to be getting some snow, because you have plans tomorrow, and you're asking Joe and I, should I go? Should I jump on the highway? And Joe's painting the picture for you tomorrow. Because
Well, they said there's blowing snow in the forecast and snow.
Yeah.
You know how many reports we get in the morning outside of the city? So, I mean, I think you're a game time decision. But you kind of made up your mind you weren't going. And then somehow in the last 24 hours,
You're looking for help.
I'm wavering, okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot of wavering, okay? I got this girls' cabin weekend planned. One of my girlfriends booked this Airbnb out in the Gimli area for us to all stay at. And
there's more to this story.
I'm already iffy about it, because here's the deal: is that she invited a little too many people than the actual Airbnb can have, and then also we're in sleeping situations where we're sharing beds, bringing air mattresses, somebody's sleeping on the couch, and I'm just I just
take the couch, Curbs. Take the couch.
No, it's already been claimed.
Dibs.
Yes.
Somebody called dibs on that
so
already.
now I'm either sleeping with one of the other girls in a bed, or on the floor, or bringing my own bedding.
Bring an air mattress.
Yeah.
I don't own an air mattress.
I got to be honest. I got to a certain point in my life. It happened with my buddies. We were turning 50. We were going to Vegas, and one of the guys in the group of 8 suggests, "Hey, are we going to split rooms?" And 2 guys, within seconds, said, "We're 50 years old. We're not splitting a room. We're getting our own rooms." Now, you're splitting a bed in a room. My wife would do it all day long.
Yeah.
When she goes away with her friends,
and
they'll do it
there
to
are
save
a
money.
lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But I think I've reached that point in life as well, where I'm just I want my own room.
So
I
you're
want
not
my
going.
own bed.
The snow's not going to stop you tomorrow.
snow
it's the bed arrangements.
Well, the snow is a nice add-on to the decision maker.
Use the snow as an excuse, Kirby.
But I feel bad.
Honestly, it's not going to be great highway weather
I
tomorrow.
don't mind driving in the snow.
Yeah.
I never have. I love driving. But,
A lot of the girls are headed out tonight. My plan was to go tomorrow.
well, blowing snow could cause a lot of different issues for you outside, of, visibility
I'm having
and
a
stuff,
lot of
too.
issues, you guys.
No, I think you made up your mind yesterday. You were just thinking about changing it.
Well, I'm glad we worked through this.
I'm with you though, but you are in your 30s. In my 30s, I would sleep anywhere, but nowadays I'm with Joe on this one. I don't bunk with anybody on the road. I'm not sleeping with anybody on the road.
Well, I just have too many issues.
No,
medication, this and that. I want to stay up.
Sleep apnea
I don't want to go
machine.
sleep. But yeah, I got to bring my sleep apnea machine.
I just slept on the floor of the Toronto airport this week on my way back to Winnipeg from Cuba, so I think I'm okay. I feel like I'm gonna sit this one out. I don't know.
You're good.
Send my regards.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
Send your regards.
You deal with FOMO like crazy.
I
so
know. I'm already dealing with it.
Send a fruit basket. I wish I was there.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast. Philly Joe and Kirby's Entertainment Rundown.
Sorry if the two of you are going to bring this up. I mean, all three of us can talk about it. Joe, you referenced it a couple of minutes ago. The Grammys Sunday night. Do either of you plan to watch it? I mean, there's no NFL football. There's no Super Bowl.
Just the Pro Bowl, right? The flag football game and such skills. To be honest, about half an hour ago, I went in and Googled the performer list. And there is no rock act that I could see on the performer list whatsoever. And I'm pretty open-minded enough with some other collaborations or genres of music, but none.
They used to. They used to. Like, I remember Jack
that's a little
White,
tough.
the Foo Fighters
Yeah,
playing.
nothing. I couldn't see anything on the list that...
Of note, I see Sheryl Crow. She's cool. Coldplay's Chris Martin, Stevie Wonder. And then this
But
one.
are they performing or are they presenting?
That says performers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The following performances. So, and then I see Shakira. So,
Well, those hips don't lie.
Yeah, I've never had a problem watching Shakira perform. Big fan. So maybe I'll pop it on for a little bit. I don't know.
I wonder which one of her two hits she's going to be performing.
My goodness. Alice Cooper has been sober for 42 years. And he has recently teamed up with a alcohol-free company called Whistle Pig for something called the Sex, Drugs, Rock, and Dry Cocktail.
Whistle Pig used to be a great burger joint in Transcona,
That's
baby.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
when I
miss-
first moved here.
I miss the Whistle Pig.
Anyways, it's basically an alcohol-free maple old-fashioned that comes with like this rye-infused vinyl of Alice Cooper's Breadcrumbs album. And then proceeds go to a really cool organization that provides assistance to food service workers. So if you want to check that out, you can order it through his website.
Good to know.
Today's the last day of dry January for many people that celebrate. And also, mocktails have become such a huge thing over the last
big.
year.
I love to see it.
Listen, if you're a betting person and the Super Bowl is your thing, but prop betting has become so popular, here's a little sidebar of prop betting because it involves Taylor Swift. BetKansas.com has set odds already. These could be easy bets. Like if you're looking to make money, these might be easy. And they're pretty, the site is actually saying there's a 99.9% chance she'll attend the game. Well, no kidding.
She'll be there.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
25% chance she'll be joined by her family in the VIP box. We don't usually see her family, do we, Kirby?
Well, her mom's been at the last couple of games.
So that could be one of the big prop bets. Is she going to have a family member there? Then which other celebrity guests will be here? Lower odds include Caitlin Clark again, Gigi Hadid, and even Selena Gomez.
What about Ice Spice? That's her like bestie.
Well, this is why I'm going to you. You might be the insider for the first time ever in my prop betting.
Oh my God, what an honor.
And there's also a 50% chance she'll wear red to the game. Like if you can bet on stuff like that,
Oh yeah.
that could be money.
How about
She was decked out in Louis Vuitton last weekend.
I noticed. Of course I noticed that. What about Zach Caleros?
What's your favorite designer,
Well,
isn't
yeah,
it, Louis?
I love Louis Vuitton. What about Zach Caleros? Is he going to be at the game?
Not
Is
in
he
the prop
there? He's
betting.
not in the prop
Not in the
bets?
prop.
Come on. Joe, did we get a retirement request on the text line?
We did. I don't have a name. The only name I can think of is Laura. Laura, I believe, is the name. I'm just looking back at some of the texts here on the Boston Pizza text line. And Laura goes on to say, today is the last day at work, retiring from a job I've had for 34 years with an exclamation mark. Could you please play a tune from one of my favorites?
We also do have a birthday.
Oh, a birthday.
That somebody also threw in there before 7 a.m. They wanted to say happy birthday to their husband, Jeff. That's Melissa that hooks us up every Christmas with the
Okay,
goods.
Jeff's birthday?
It's on Sunday, but he's
Whoa.
headed off to work this morning, so we
Whoa.
wanted to give him a happy birthday ahead of time.
As if Jeff's going to have any problems with birthday baking. This guy's got it made.
No kidding.
Like, wow.
And Jeff made me this figurine.
the Red Dragon,
And that's not a
yes.
figurine. Don't call it a figurine. It's a 3D model.
Yes, that's right. That looks like a figurine. Anyway, it's amazing. And so happy birthday to Jeff. And then the retirement for Laura.
Yeah.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
And Doctors Manitoba is looking to combat the spread of false medical information online as part of this year's Getting Healthy campaign. It encourages people to focus on their well-being during the winter months by offering incentives for those who make a pledge to improve their health. You can find out more at gettinghealthy.ca.
I'm going old school with the health. Remember that thing your dad used to use where you'd pull it across your chest? What was that called?
The springs.
Yeah, the springs.
Yeah.
The old man had one lying in the living room when I was growing up.
Growing up, I can still get you my dad's. My dad's a hoarder. He still has his.
That looks dangerous for men who work out without their shirts on and their chest hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
my God, the
It would be.
springs would just cinch that right off.
That's why I don't use it.
That's why otherwise.
Yeah. You were
Well,
about
you
to
should
say
wear
that.
a shirt, Joe. It would
Phil
be
knew
safer.
that. Well, just a tank top. I'm not going to cover up these arms.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
The chest expander, a versatile piece of exercise equipment with a rich history that spans over a century. Its origins can be traced back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries when physical fitness began to gain popularity as a means of improving health and well-being. In today's video, we will delve...
Wow, that's from YouTube.
It goes back
Wow.
that far.
Yeah, you should
I want
see.
to learn more, okay?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Pretty much to like the Game of Thrones era. Hey, you can find that. What are you
What
doing?
are they training for the Trojan horse races?
Before I
yeah.
go defeat a dragon, I might as well get the chest expander out. We just had sex for the fourth time because that's what they did back then.
Well, there wasn't very much to do, okay?
You know what? It's not like when you see the old, photos and the movies. These guys are ripped, like Leonidas.
Well, what do you want for dinner tonight? Pheasant again? That's all we're gonna have. Like these guys ate well, drank a lot of wine.
That's right. And then the chest expander, been around forever.
I'm glad that they've updated. Like, I'm looking at pictures of the newer chest expanders that are out, and you can get ones that actually have like rubber bands as opposed to those steel coils.
No.
Like the coils are dangerous. You can pinch a nipple in there.
No, that's the point of the chest expander. It's got to be dangerous. You don't want the kids
You're
playing
not
with
supposed to put it up against the chest, Kirby. You have to keep it out to get the arm usage in. By the way, those coils, right? The more coils you put on, the harder it was.
Yeah, I can
You'd
see
start
that.
off with like one coil, two coils, and then you start getting into the 4 or 5, I
Well,
think 6.
because of the resistance it causes. But it
Yes.
also, like, I'm also worried about the chest hair getting caught
Well,
up in
that's
there.
the key. And again, that's why Joe doesn't use
You
one
don't-
very often because
Yeah.
the chest hair.
The same thing as the nipple, Kirby. You don't touch the skin with the expander. It
I don't
stays
know.
out.
That's why, because
Yes.
if you get it too close, it's dangerous. So that's
Yeah.
all part of the workout.
You don't get the same workout. But yes,
Okay.
you're right. Rubber bands have sort of taken over from the steel contraption.
My dad also had the handheld things that you squeeze in
The
your
hand grippers,
The
yeah.
hand grippers.
Absolutely.
Those were
Oh,
his-
those are key.
That was his 2 pieces of workout equipment when I was growing
It's
up.
probably good for when he went into those arm wrestling competitions. Hey?
Oh, my God.
Oh, so many arm wrestling competitions.
Worked for the bank. There's a little side hustle for Daryl Aubrey.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I want to play this. It came in on the BONEPHONE today, but didn't get a chance to play it. It's about Joe's distaste for the sliver of soap. Joe and I are both proponents of the bar of soap over the body wash. And Joe, though, you do not like it when that soap becomes a sliver and you stick it on another bar. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's what the soap meld or weld, some people call it, soap welding. But no, I'm just, especially if it's a different bar. If it's a foreign bar to the bar I'm using, then I can't be doing that. Like I can't have a bar of Lever 2000
Mixed with Irish Spring.
or something like that. Yeah.
Too much going on.
Okay. I hear. And you know what?
Just, I don't know if it's an anal thing or an OCD thing or what, but yeah.
Well, it plays into the fact that you also don't like your food touching.
Yeah, not
Like,
usually.
You're just a very specific kind of guy. Particular, that's a
Yeah.
good word.
Okay, well, we got a call here about the sliver of soap.
Hey, Philly Joe and Kirby, how you doing this morning? So Joe, yesterday you were talking about, I heard you say something about you have just a little sliver of soap left. I hear you, man. I feel you. Now, question for you. you ever have that little sliver of soap just kind of disappear? It's like, where the hell did it go? Like, I don't know. It was just there. And now it's like, what, did it just absorb itself into my butt cheeks? Like, I don't get it.
That certainly didn't happen.
It happened to me the other week. It's like, and it was big enough where it shouldn't have just disappeared. And it's, I looked around, and I toweled off after. It didn't come out anywhere. So I was like, where the hell did it go?
I can't
I
use
don't
it.
know. One of life's mysteries,
You'll go for a colonoscopy and
That's
they
a
find
very-
a whole bunch of slivers of soap up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Next MRI, that thing's been there for 12 years. No, honestly, that's a very good question, but I won't use it. Once it gets the sliver size, I can't use it anymore. It's like
Why?
there's no drag left on it. Like
Well,
that.
there's-
It's
not-
too
It'll
slippery?
fall. It'll fall out
It
of it'll fall onto the shower floor.
They usually wind up, there's a collection of them in the drain in our shower. Like, there'll be a couple at any given time just sitting there, and they'll just dissolve down the drain eventually, right?
See, this is why bars of soap are very impractical.
Why?
Well, because it slips out of your hands, you're getting a sliver. Somebody says
sliver?
like a sliver, not like
Oh,
like a
of soap.
sliver of the soap. Yeah. Somebody says, what about a soap on a rope? Like if it comes on a rope, then
now-
then at least it's like
I used to get one of those in my stocking all the time when I was young. The soap on a rope.
Yeah. I honestly, I still remember there was always my dad's, he'd come home, he worked for the transit, right? He'd go have a shower. He had his own basically bathroom set up downstairs. So those slivers of soap would become the hand wash soap for his sink because he would use them himself, right?
That's what somebody's saying on the
Okay. That's
text
what my
line.
dad did. But now I'm not going into my own house with other people in the house because you got the hand soap. Everybody uses hand soap now, right? With
yeah.
that little thing. So you're not putting that bar there because I'm the only one who uses it. So they just
Plus,
get thrown
it
out.
doesn't really look good on the
No,
sink on
no,
the bunch
of
of
course.
slivers smashed together for hand soap.
100%. So I just throw them out.
I would not be grabbing that. If I went over to someone's house
That's right.
and used their washroom, and then I went to go wash my hands, and next to the sink was like this
yeah.
layered looking application of slivers
You're
of
done.
past soap that I have no idea
Different
where
colors.
has
Yeah.
it been, what has it been used on.
See, this is the thing. Xenia on the text line understands what I'm saying. I throw them out. But my wife, if she gets to them before I do, she starts melding them like
Before
it's
you do.
some kind of craft. You know what I mean? And I'm not.
She's trying to repurpose them.
Yes.
Tell her to save them up. We'll bring them in here for the bathrooms at work. Sounds like Kirby loves them.
No.
Philly Joe. Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Wherever you may wander. Doesn't sound like Gimli is happening. Have we reached a conclusion on the roads tomorrow?
It might be a game time decision,
Joe, can you help her out?
Okay, I'm just going to tell you what the problem is in my head right now.
Yeah, please do.
I told the group chat.
You got a group chat. So just to back up a little bit, Kirby has a group of girls, her friends, going on a trip. What? You got
It's like a Airbnb cabin out in the Gimli area.
But here's the problem. 2 out of the other 7. You don't know the whole group of them.
I don't.
So you were hemming and hawing, whatever the term is, yesterday about going. And then this morning you heard the forecast, and that made you rethink it, right?
Well, there's been a few variables, Joe.
Okay.
There's been the forecast. There's the fact that I just got back from Cuba, and I'm still adjusting.
Still adjusting.
And
It's a
I'm
1
still
hour
adjusting.
difference.
Okay, no, not to the time change.
Oh,
What are you adjusting to?
To my life.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
And also,
a lifetime adjustment. Well, no, but
keep up with the variables. Okay.
Yes.
So there's, adjustment to life. Also, there is the fact that I miss my cats for the past week, and I still want to spend some time with them. I feel bad leaving them again.
okay.
And then yesterday, I dropped in the group chat for the girls' cabin weekend, and I said, hey, so I actually am just going to pop out on Saturday morning, even though everybody's headed out there today. And I was just going to go for the one night.
Okay. See, that's changed from what you even told us yesterday.
Things are moving fast.
Yes,
Okay,
well, no,
there's
no.
a lot of changes.
But I want to give everybody the facts because people are weighing in here. I think that's fair.
Yes.
Originally, middle of the week, you were excited about going to Gimli. because a couple of your friends, and you're going to meet some new people, and you're easy to get along with in that regard. You were a little worried about the sleeping situation because there wasn't enough beds for single people to sleep in because you'd have to double up. That was one of the issues.
Double up, or you got to bring an air mattress and sleep on the floor.
Okay, right. Then you found out about the weather, so that became another variable today. But there was no talk about staying. You decided yesterday you were just going to go for the day. That's when I told you the weather forecast might make you rethink it because of the blowing snow situation tomorrow.
Yeah.
But now, if you go tonight and stay the night, then you don't have to come home till Sunday.
Yeah.
Then that takes the weather right out of it for you, is what I'm saying. You'd have to go longer, though.
You want my advice?
Always.
Okay, you're lying. That's okay, though. If you're not going out tonight,
Yeah.
don't go.
Okay.
Don't go driving out there tomorrow in the weather we're probably going to get. Now, you can always, if it's one of those forecasts where it doesn't pan out and the snow doesn't happen and it's beautiful out there, then whatever. But if we get the weather they're forecasting, I would not drive out there tomorrow.
I will say this. If you are taking a highway, Highway 8 is much traveled, right? Because you've got Winnipeg Beach, you've got Matlock out there, you've got Gimli after that, all the way up to Hecla. So that road is taken care of all the time. But if you're going to go, you want to be safe on the roads, you go tonight. Or you don't go at all. But some of those decisions, when you said you were going, like the cats and your trip and your adjustment. Those aren't adjustments. Those are excuses now on you trying to convince yourself not to go.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Call the Bone Phone, 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Good morning, PJK. Today, I would like to discuss turn signal etiquette. For those people that sit in the median lane through a whole red light, even though they know they're turning left, and don't decide to put on their turn signal until the light turns green, very annoying. This needs to stop.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, turn signals seem to be optional or, a mood thing, not in the mood to hit the signal, which is frustrating because it's nice to know what the person in front of you is going to do before they do it.
I think that you can never be more. I don't know where I was going with that.
Sounds like right into a wall. But yes, you want to. Obviously, you don't want it to be a guessing game, especially in slippery conditions. That was fantastic. I am surprised the driver's ed place has not asked you to sit in with them.
Someone throw her a life jacket.
Hold on,
She's drowning.
Well,
At
thank
least I
God.
bailed and didn't keep going. You know?
did. Yeah, good for you. You got to know.
Bailing on a lot of things today.
Okay.
Gimli.
Hashtag Balin Friday. Back to lights. Specifically, this is lights that are too bright. The hooligan wants to weigh in.
So I touch on the bright headlight saga that we've all complained about. Interesting, I came across an article out of Britain where after many motorists signed a petition asking the government. So the Britain's government Department of Safety is looking into, they're going to conduct a study of the impact of bright headlights. They call it dazzling the eyes. Your eyes, they call it dazzling. And so this is my issue. You know, there's a problem. Why must you conduct a study? Okay, problem is bright headlights. Solution, contact the car manufacturers and say, you know what? As we, the government, you must change the brightness of your LED lights. Simple as that. Instead of Department of Safety, Department of Transportation, government should hire me, and department will be called Department of Common Sense.
You're hired. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it already.
Consulting is definitely in the future of this man right here. I don't know what Hooligan does for a living, but consulting is definitely a good side hustle for him.
He'd be good at it. Definitely. The movie The Mist came up yesterday with The Fog, and then we were talking about the movie The Fog, and Kirby said The Mist is one of the great movies she's ever seen.
Hey, you guys, we're talking about the fog on this foggy morning here in Winnipeg and The Mist, and the fact that they're both movies. Well, The Fog might be a movie. I never saw it, but I definitely saw The Mist. And I've probably seen, 1,000 movies in my life. And The Mist is the absolute worst movie in the history of time.
Okay. It's not the worst, okay? Like, It had a very bad ending. Like, the ending really messed me up, and I had to tell the guys after the show yesterday because they needed to hear about it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the fog was,
What was the fog about?
well, a fog. Like,
Oh, no. I mean,
Evil spirits living
Yes.
in the fog. It's
okay,
terrifying.
so it was like paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
But these guys that put the mist together had to have sat there at one point and go, you know what? I mean, this would be awesome. And then somebody comes into the meeting, the creative minds, and says, well, there was a movie called The Fog that somebody was talking about. Well, what the hell are we going to call this? I don't know.
The Mist.
The Mist? It's like, it doesn't even live up to The Fog. Like, if you were dealing with driving conditions and we said, it's a little misty out there
Doesn't scare
today.
me.
It doesn't scare you?
No.
But you say it's foggy, well, you got to think about it.
Nothing scary
Same
about
thing with
mist.
the movie.
Honestly, watch it and then talk to me, okay?
The drizzle is very good, too.
The drizzle.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, we'll wrap with the angry drinker. He's back. I think that's what the handle he was given by some of our other listeners. He's typically about the Jets, and he's usually fired up.
Hey, man. Listen, I'm getting tired of this. We are the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
You know what? We've been leading the entire league
Damn right.
for how many weeks? And excuse me, we have two top goal scorers in the league,
Mm-hmm.
and yet Team Canada
Screwed us.
doesn't even mention these guys? What an insult to the Jets.
Yup.
You know what? That's crap. Tell these Toronto guys, hey, Winnipeg is better. Try again.
I'm going to put Joe in charge of getting a hold of these Toronto guys.
I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to give him a forget about it. How you doing?
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Get right at it here. Good morning, City. Do you want to play the name game?
Yes.
We don't want, part of the magic is you have to be in.
Yeah.
You have to
You
believe.
can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you know?
You kind of sound hesitant there. Do you want to play?
Well, I was just excited that you guys actually picked up finally
Okay.
What are you calling us for?
because I want to play the name game.
Okay.
Okay, well,
yep,
that's
yep.
we just needed that reassurance.
Mhm. How old are you?
I am, how old am I? 44.
44 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get at it. I'll ask you my first two questions, then we move to Kirby, then Joe. Is your pizza order the same every time? This came up earlier this week on the show.
Yes, it is.
And what is that pizza order? You don't have to name the business, just what's on it.
Pretty much ham and pineapple. The kids love that. Pepperoni and bacon. And a vegetarian for the wife.
Okay, you lost Joe on the ham and pineapple.
You said it was for the kids, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah, for the kids, you can't go wrong.
You're
for
forgiven. Okay, my final question. Would you drive to Gimli tomorrow if you were Kirby and the roads are not very good and you're worried about the driving conditions given that we got snow and wind on the way?
I'm actually driving there today.
Can you drop by the station and take Kirby out?
I'm not ready yet. I haven't packed.
Because, she's going to Gimli with the girls for a night. You got room for a oversized suitcase?
All right, moving on. Kirby, your questions.
Okay, how many sheets or blankets do you sleep with on the bed?
I sleep with, I only have one blanket. The wife has a number of them.
Mm-hmm.
You get one blanket.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, all right. You mentioned the wife. How long have you guys been together?
12 years.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay. We know that the ham and pineapple pizza goes to the kids. The wife gets a vegetarian, and you're left alone with your pepperoni bacon. I love it. Have you ever stolen something in your life?
Oh.
I sure have.
Okay. Good on you. You're anonymous anyway.
Yeah, his wife's heart.
Oh, Kirby.
That's
Long
great.
time ago.
What is your favorite hobby?
Probably playing hockey.
Playing hockey still. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okie dokie. Time to guess the name. I'll go first. You sound like a Brad.
No, but my coworkers are Brad.
You know,
We've been nailing the
Wow.
coworkers. We did that when you were gone, Kirby. 2 former coworkers
Wow,
last week.
former coworkers
Yeah.
even. You
Yeah.
guys are just fired.
I'll say, like, just to help you guys out, like, you know, where if you go to the store and see your names on, like, name tags and stuff like that, mine will not be on one, ever.
Oh, so it's
Ever.
It's a tough name.
It's a tough name, then, is what you're trying to say.
I've never seen it, no.
Sheldon.
No. But
No.
same letter.
Same. We got the S.
Way to go, Phil.
God, I'm
Way,
hot.
that
Hey.
is such a good. That's a good lead off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good lead.
Is it Seth?
No.
Okay, but it's an S, right?
That's what he said. Yeah.
That's what he-
Well, I just needed confirmation,
Okay,
you guys.
After you
Like-
use the guest Seth.
Is it an S?
No.
Okay, all right. Is it Sebastian?
No.
That's a good one, Kirby.
Yes, it is.
That was a good one. S. Most of the S's are pretty common. I think. Right. You know what? I'm gonna go with Sil.
No.
Like Sillaps.
Yeah.
Good hockey player.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Or perhaps maybe. Just thinking of somebody.
There's a-
Shay.
No.
Wow.
Sterling.
No.
That's one of Patrick Mahomes' kids.
Yes, that's right.
I'll give you one hint.
Oh, a hint. Okay, yeah.
It's a kingly name.
A Kingly?
Samuel.
Close. No.
Simon?
No.
All right. You got to give us the name.
Solomon.
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 That's
Very
a great
biblical.
name.
Yeah.
Wow.
King Solomon.
You're right. You're not finding that at your gas station name tag carousel, are you? Wow. When are we going to pick up Solomon at the airport? His name's not on a key tag.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast. Another world tour.
AC/DC Nashville.
Kevin Kirby?
Yeah.
Kevin. Why can't I? I bet you Kevin's there. Hello, Kevin?
Hello.
Is this sorry, Kevin? I didn't. There was a button that I needed to press, and anyway. How long were you sitting there?
Not long.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better that it wasn't like 2 minutes, dude. I was waiting for you guys.
Kev, thanks for hanging in there, buddy.
It's worth the wait, Kevin. You are the latest finalist, AC/DC, the 92-1 City World Tour to Nashville. It happens in May, and it could be you.
Woo!
Yeah. Now, here's a better question.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, better question. If you were Kirby, would you go out of town on the highway tomorrow to party with some girlfriends, given that there's snow and blowing snow on the way?
No.
No. Oh,
You know, that was a hard no, Kevin. I needed the reassurance, and I appreciate it.
We're going to open it up to anybody in that Interlake area that drives that road on a regular basis. I think this is becoming the biggest thing of the weekend, not the
Oh, my
Grammys on
God.
Sunday night.
Can somebody drive her out there? Let's
Oh
get her
my
a ride
God.
out there. Anyway, Kevin, well done, man. Congratulations, and you're a finalist, so good luck.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.